The first person that I want to introduce to you is my mentor and one of my closest friends, Dr. Obom Bowen. Now, I actually met Dr. Obom Bowen at one of his private events, at one of his masterminds that both him and Fasana are creating. And it's a beautiful environment. So I'm extremely grateful I got to connect with Dr. Obom because he is actually an international brand ambassador for the opportunity that you're about to be introduced to. So who better to share the information than someone who is actually an ambassador for the company themselves? Now, Dr. Obom is actually a decorated U.S. Marine who served for over 20 years. Now, he actually received not one, not two, but actually 3 Purple Hearts as an infantry commander. Now, Obom is definitely someone who has achieved wealth in every single aspect of life, because I know when a lot of you think wealth, you only think financial. But when it comes to Obom, he's achieved wealth in everything from health, from relationships, obviously to finances, to business. You know, this is just absolutely the most well-rounded person that I have honestly met. Extremely privileged and excited to be able to introduce to you Dr. Obom Bowen and to have him present this amazing information. He's an amazing mentor, he's an amazing father, he's an amazing husband. So Dr. Obom, please take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I'm so blessed and honored to be here and share with everybody today, but most importantly, to be introduced by my newfound daughter. And it's kind of really cool because this is a business family presentation tonight, because Veney and I have adopted you and another young lady. So it's really good to see what my adult version daughters look like. So thank you so much. But I'd be remiss if I didn't say a few kind words about this young lady. You'll hear a little more at the end of this, because we're going to go through it pretty fast and then do a quick question and answer for some of you who are on here for the first time. But Stephanie is also an award-winning author. She's also a Guinness Book World Record holder. She is a barrel racer and a bodybuilder. So she, of all the things that you can find in a young lady, she's just a great example of humility and strength. And it's one of the most amazing things to be able to find with young women today. So Stephanie, I thank you, I appreciate you. It's been a pleasure being able to work with you, and now on this new project. And for everyone else, thank you, congratulations, and welcome to being here with us for the next few minutes. I'm just completely excited and flabbergasted to share this opportunity with you. And before we go in and talk a little bit about ASCIRA, I just kind of want to give you a little bit of the mindset of kind of where things are right now in the world, and a little bit of, for me, what happened when I first heard about ASCIRA, where I was. So prior to ASCIRA, what was important is this. My wife and I had built 7 very successful companies. In fact, we built over 30 companies. We sold 21 of them. We are in partnership agreements with a few, but we still own and control 7 companies that are multi-million-dollar companies. So we wasn't really looking to do anything else. But my dear friend I'm presenting with today, Mr. Veney Cochran, who throughout this, I'll share a little bit of my story and how we got connected together. But this man literally saved my life. There was a point in time in my life where I actually was contemplating suicide, wanted to take my own life after I got blown up in Iraq for the 3rd time. I was paralyzed from the waist down, came home, and my first wife at the time was pregnant with someone else's child. So that sent me into depression. I was already suicide ideation and was depressed. I don't know what's happened right there for a second. I think my energy just went crazy because I know what's about to happen while we're here. So let me flip back through to this slide. But what happened in my life, it just turned upside down. And the depressive thoughts, the PTSD, and everything that was there, Veney literally talked me off the ledge. And he comes with a 30-year background in the Marine Corps of leadership. So it's an honor and a privilege to be here today, sharing with him and to build a business, with him. But the current state of what I was talking about with where the world is right now, I launched an 8th company to help build some things together with Veney so that we can be successful as businessmen. And I just invited another buddy of mine that's a Marine on here. We're very biased to each other as a culture. Marines love to stay together because once a Marine, always a Marine, and we will never cease or pass up an opportunity to work with another Marine. So it's always great to see that. Being always in any situation is being able to find yourself really in the right place at the right time. And because of where we are now, finding the right company, what does that look like? For example, 35% of America last month alone couldn't pay the rent because most of them lost their jobs. And the truth is, more than 70% of that audience is above the age of 40. And if you really think about it, most of them finished school about 20 years or more ago. What does that has to do with anything as we talk about it today? You'll see relevantly as we go through, the world is retooling. It's becoming a new environment, the whole new economy, which means you need a new education. But new education comes with new costs. And it's going to cost most people to be retooled and learn. But within this situation, what's going on in the economy, most people are at home, whether they have a job or not. What we're going to talk about here today gives you the opportunity to be able to work from the comfort of your home. I've been home now since the COVID-19 issue started, not to sound cynical, but my wife is excited about that because I haven't left her side. She wants me home more than anything else. And we've been able to work from home and earn more income. That gives me the number one thing I love. The only reason to do business, I believe, is to be able to buy time and spend that with the ones you love, right? I have an opportunity to receive recognition for what I'm doing here, which is so amazing because in the military and in several organizations, we know and say things like, recognition is that thing where soldiers basically die for it or babies cry for it. Babies cry, they want to be recognized when they're hungry, whether, my daughter right now, when she's hungry, if she needs to be breastfed, well, she's crying. She wants to be recognized, like, feed me. And the opportunity right now to be financially secure is extremely powerful because not too many of us, we're having the opportunity here to travel the world. Not too many of us are excited about traveling the world right now, but we are in 3 to 6 months when we're able to again. So in order to really adapt to what's happening, you need visionaries. Visionaries, let me share something with you. See, vision is a function of the heart and sight is a function of the eyes. Some people say, I need to see it to believe it. And visionaries, they believe it before they see it because they feel it. And John Sotoris, the founder and CEO of ASCIRA, is a true visionary. One of the things John said, key is here, he says he's created basically the solution, not just a solution, but the number one solution that people need today, and that's the need to increase their income to live a better life. When you understand where John comes from, there's 2 things from this slide I want you to gather. He has more than 30 years of international business experience, not just business experience, but internationally on the global scales. He's developed his own teams in the millions in the direct sales industry, which we're going to talk about here a little bit, and generated more than $1 billion in sales. So what this presentation is all about today is simply this. Taking the physical, tangible world that we have, incorporating it with the virtual and the digital so that we can then move in unison to accomplish John's vision of going beyond $1 billion. And when we say going beyond $1 billion, it's not $1 billion. It's 1 billion individuals' lives that we plan to impact with the best information on the planet. Because the information that provides a transformation in someone's mind and body is what's going to give them the results they're looking for. And we're being able to put that on a platform because, as I said before, those new people who need the education today, they can't afford to pay $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. And I'll say this, for those of you who know me, to get introduced to what I do at the basic level is going to cost you $40,000. The discount for that, when I give a 75% discount at my events, when I'm presenting it for the first time in a new market, That's $5,000. And you pay the $5,000 for that information, or you can subscribe to the ASCIRA platform and get the exact same information for $99 a month. It's a common sense thing to do, right? So how we plan to really infuse that change going beyond the billion is in 3 phases. The first phase is really understanding how to build a global marketing team. And number one, if you're a business owner here taking a look at this, or you've been in any kind of business before, you understand that every business only need 2 things. And those 2 things are, I mean, everything else falls under there. There's so much that a business needs, but no one, I guarantee you, in the world can argue with me and win. At the end of the day, every business boils down to marketing and sales. You can have the best product on the planet. If you don't know how to market it to let the world know that you're there, they're not going to come to buy it. Hence, 0 sales, 0 bank account, 0 profits. You're running a nonprofit business and you're out of business and you need something else to do. So by building the global marketing team, we decided to use the multi-level marketing structure, which I'll show you guys about, because that is a huge industry. Because you can do marketing, and there's only so much that an ad on Facebook or Amazon or Alibaba can tell you, but when you have questions, you have no one to ask. The network marketing or the multi-level marketing side gives you an actual physical person to ask a question and get an answer to. That's why we're merging that portion to make it so powerful. And then number 2, the second most powerful engine is social media. And now, because of COVID-19, more people are on social media than anything else. This was a company already laid out prior to COVID-19, seeing the trends coming. No one could have predicted COVID-19, but now it's bigger than we predicted before. So being able to build that social media platform where we can then not charge companies to market and advertise and get their products out there so that we can move into phase 3, e-commerce, which is online shopping. And over the course of the last 47 days, since the whole global pandemic happened, e-commerce went up 92%. Before that, the average person was really shopping and spending about $200 a month on e-commerce. Not my wife, she isn't average. She was already spending about $1,200 a month, average. Now it's more like $5,000 a month because we're doing everything. We're not going to the stores anymore. We were trying to buy alcohol in line. They're not doing that. So we're kind of SOL for a little bit on that one. But here's how we're putting that all together. This is what I call the 5 major engines that are driving global economies. Number 1, as we talk about it, social media. Within the last year, $55 billion alone in that industry, 190 in word of mouth marketing, which is network marketing. That's the reason you're on here. Someone you know personally invited you to be on this webinar to learn some more. An ad on Facebook or Amazon can't do what got you here. Not as effective. Number 3 is leadership training. The Marine Corps produces and provides the most leaders more than any other organization in the world for the past 243 years. This space alone is over $1 billion every 24 hours. That's very significant. And the travel industry, that's $8.8 trillion. E-commerce was already 29 trillion, and both those are going up. Once we come back to travel, I'm going to share some of this with you too, because it's very important to understand, but later on in the presentation, and you'll see what I mean. But what we're doing, what's our core product? As I mentioned before, so many people are out of a job, they need to retool. And to retool, they need new information. So there's 2 things we're doing here. We're looking as a company for the best content providers in the world. So for example, if you're on here, you're a speaker, you're an author, you're a coach, you're an entrepreneur who have been looking to put your work online, that's great. And so many other companies are going to start popping up to do this, and they're going to be doing it for a specific demographic, and I applaud them. But what they don't have is access to a global platform that ASCIRA does. And what they won't have is an actual sales and marketing force like we do. So you get the chance, if you're one of those experts, to then convert your knowledge into profits for you, obviously, and for us, because every business needs to be in business for profit, where we can generate online, on-demand videos available 24/7, 365 with the most diversified content that you'll find on there, the greatest professional and experts. And the ASCIRA Academy is this, ladies and gentlemen, destined to be the best in the world already. So here are some of the topics that you'll actually learn from the ASCIRA platform. Leadership and branding. The $366 billion industry, for over $1 billion a day in branding. You'll find so many people telling individual companies, individual brands, and experts right now that branding is the most important thing. Well, you can go and pay $6,000 for someone to teach you the brand, or you can pay $99 a month. Your choice. Personal development. Personal development is not just these self-help books that help you in business. Personal development is personal to oneself, whether it's in faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. You'll find that on the ASCIRA Academy, because you'll get it in every niche area. That's specialized knowledge to retool and go back out to the world, whether it's cryptocurrency, smart money, languages, some of those things in different language, travel and lifestyle, beauty, health and wellness. It will all be there on the ASCIRA platform for less than $3 a day. And when we're able to travel again and the ban is lifted and everyone can go out, you can save up to 70% with travel. Now, here's the deal. We are not selling travel. I want you guys to get that. When you start discovering a new experience, we're not selling travel. Travel is a perk for being part of the ASCIRA platform. But you'll earn up to 70% on things like hotels, flights, car rentals, cruises, excursions, luxuries, you name it. And most importantly, for every dollar you spend, you'll earn loyalty reward points to help you pay for some of the things that you need so you can do what? Travel more. Because a lot of us are actually cooped up waiting right now to be able to travel and go to these beautiful destinations all around the world. So when you think about it, that's the opportunity that's at hand for you right now to think about what we're offering. And in the second portion here, I'm going to talk about now how you can actually profit from the opportunity sitting in front of you. Because here's the thing, this train is taking off going into the future at 350 miles per hour. If you decide to get on the train, you can profit at that speed or become a customer. Nothing wrong with that. And to better explain this portion is my mentor and very good friend, 30 years in the Marine Corps. He wrote the book on leadership. He spent 30 years and wrote a book called The Leader in You, 7 Steps to Unlocking Your Potential. You want to learn, his courses will also be in the Academy. It's thousands of dollars to spend a day with this man. You get a chance to learn from him directly. He literally saved my life, has been one of my greatest mentors. He's mentored some of the top leaders in the world. I won't say and share that. You'll have to talk to him to find that out. But besides being a father, a leader to hundreds of thousands, serving 30 years in the Marine Corps and helping so many other people, he is a student of business. He owns several businesses himself. So without any further ado, I get the honor and privilege to introduce to you today my mentor and best friend, Mr. Veney Cochran.
Thank you so much, Dr. Obom Bowen. You know, it's always an honor and a privilege when I get the opportunity to share the stage, whether, you know, live in person or virtually, with someone who has become, you know, my friend, my business partner, my mentor, and to be able to share the information with all those other individuals that are out there is, again, truly an honor and a privilege for me to do so. With that being said, you know, I just had the distinct pleasure of going over the second half of this presentation, where we're really talking about why some of you are actually on this call in the first place. And that's to talk about the opportunity. You know, how can you save money and how can you make money through the business of ASCIRA? So what exactly are we offering? nothing more than knowledge, education, expertise, mentorship, support, and as he mentioned before, savings and discounts, and many, many, many more rewards. And we're going to do that by being able to pay individuals 9 different ways through our compensation plan. And through those 9 different ways, what is so tremendous about the way our founders set this up is, unlike so many other companies out there, regardless of what industry you are in, he set this compensation plan up so that our individuals that are physically in the field, marketing our services and our products, will receive 80 cents on the dollar of everything we market. So you have to ask yourself, what other companies, again, out there are actually making sure that the people, the company for the people, is doing their best to make sure that you put the profits in your pocket, again, because he has set this company up, not for himself, because he's already made tons of money, but he set this up so others can make tons of money also. So let's see the first way how we can make that money. We're talking about our personal retail bonus. This is where you earn the difference between the wholesale cost and the retail price of the products and services that you're going to be offering out there to individuals. Again, think about it. 20% of whatever it is that you market to individuals that are out there, that we can market from our platform in ASCIRA, you will be able to earn 20% on that. So what are we talking about? To throw in a couple numbers, let's say, for instance, one of our products that's out there, when you receive a commission of 20%, you're actually earning about $27.80 off one of our products. But again, how many individuals are you going to share this with? Could it be 200, 300, 400 individuals? The amount of individuals you share with is absolutely unlimited. But if you were to share it with just, say, 200 individuals, you're looking at a monthly income just off of this one portion of our compensation plan of over $5,000 a month. Again, that's over $60,000 a year just off the first portion of our compensation plan. So let's take a look at number 2, our personal wholesale bonus. So people ask, what is the difference between our wholesale bonus and our personal sales bonus? This is when you're out there and you're bringing individuals into the business. They go out and they purchase one of our packs to get started in this business, and you'll be able to receive 15% bonus off of whatever the cost of the package is that they signed up for. And again, with that, you're talking anywhere from about $30 that you receive from the lowest package that we offer, all the way up to $750 when you get individuals to see the vision of the company and sign up for our Founders Pack that I'll talk about a little bit later. And again, there are absolutely no limits on how many people you can market this to. Moving into our third portion of our bonuses, our personal team bonus. This is where the income really starts getting a little bit crazy, because as you build your personal team and those individuals build their personal teams, you have the ability to earn up to 35% through the power of 3 and a force matrix system that we have, so that you can earn up to 35% depending on what position individuals are in. And I can tell you, the way the company has this set up, the income that you will be receiving just from this one alone can get out of control. And I like to say, when you get to a point where you have no idea where the money is coming from, that means you're making pretty good money. Let's go on to number 4, our placement volume bonus. Now, it's always good when you get rewarded with income based off of the marketing or the sales that you personally make. But what about the company paying you a commission based off the efforts that you didn't even have anything to do with? Say somebody brings you into this company because they saw something in you or saw that you wanted something more in your life. They bring you into this business. You start kicking down doors, showing this business to everyone you know. But at some point, maybe life gets in the way and you have to take a back seat to building your business. Well, that individual who brought you into the business is probably still building their business. And as they continue to build, and as your other individuals in your team continue to build, individuals will still be placed in your team and your organization, and you have the ability to earn up to 35% commission on those individuals, even though you did not personally bring them into the business. Again, a vision from a visionary. That was John who thought of this, again, building a company for the people. Now we go into our monthly subscription bonus. Again, this is income number 5. Income number 5, another 35% bonus. This is when individuals sign up for the subscriptions that you are able to market and sell to individuals to get the access to the ASCIRA Academy. These could be either the individuals that just want the access or individuals who are signing up to be business partners with you. And of course, because they want to, practice what they preach and use our own products and services, they are signing up for a month-to-month subscription, and you get to earn up to a 35% commission off of that. And then we have our matching bonuses, which is what I refer to as the leadership bonus. When you bring individuals into your team and they go out and market services. If I was to go out myself and I was to market a product, say, hypothetically, it was a $1,000 product. When individuals market that $1,000 product, they can receive 30% commission off of that, or $300. Now, say for instance, I go out because I don't want to do all the work myself. I go out and I bring on Trainer Jane, who's watching. Trainer Jane goes out. I don't know where she's doing this at, but she goes out and she markets that same $1,000 product. Trainer Jane, because of her efforts, she is going to get a $300 commission. Again, I may not even know who she marketed it to or where she marketed it at, but because she did that, she gets a $300 commission, and I'm going to receive a 10% commission. All right, all because I helped her come into the business and just showed her a couple of things. But if Jane goes out and she recruits John, who's on the call, John can go out. John can do the exact same thing, market something for $1,000. John will get his 300% or his 30% commission, or $300. Jane would get a 10% commission of $100, and I would get a 10% commission of $100, all from the company. It doesn't come out of the pot of the other individuals. This is money that the company already has set aside to pay you for building your team. Then we get into our 7th bonus, which is the rank advancement bonus. Now, as Obom mentioned, we are both, retired Marines. We have another former Marine on the call right now, Mr. John Turner. And this reminds me of our rank structure. I was fortunate enough to move all the way through the rank structure to one of the highest enlisted ranks we had, and even went backwards a couple of times. But at no time in my time moving up the rank structure did they ever stand there and give me a bonus check for being promoted to the next rank. Well, here in ASCIRA, we're going to do exactly that. When you move through the rank structure, on top of all the other bonuses that I just talked about, you're going to receive anywhere from a $250 bonus at the bronze level all the way up to $1 million one-time bonus at the Royal Ambassador level. And if you add all of that up, as you can see on the right, that equates to a $2 million bonus that you can receive just for moving through the rank structure, something that you probably want to do anyway. And that leads us into our 8th way that we're going to get paid, our lifestyle bonus. Now, we just talked about how you can receive a one-time bonus every time you hit a particular rank in our company. Well, how about simply for staying at that rank and continue to move your business, whether you stay there or you move up in rank, you get what we call a lifestyle bonus. So as you progress through the ranks, every month you stay at that rank, you will get a bonus anywhere from $300 all the way up to $10,000 a month every time you qualify and requalify at the Royal Ambassador position. And again, that's making sure and giving you the incentive that you continue to push on to achieve all your goals and dreams. And then we have our ninth bonus, the Diamond Global Bonus, or what I like to refer to as our shareholders bonus. This is where ASCIRA is going to take 3% of their worldwide volume, and they're going to split that up between all of our diamonds and above. It's another reason why you want to get to that diamond position as fast as possible so that you can start participating and receiving a share of that 3% of the company's worldwide volume. That's everywhere in the world where people are building their business and sharing this information. You get to share in that 3%. And again, it's going to be divvied up between all those individuals who have qualified at least diamond. So again, you want to get to that position as soon as possible. But it doesn't stop there. You know, on top of bonuses and the money that we're going to be giving individuals, right? What we also understand is that if you don't get the right training and the right leadership and the right mentorship, all the money in the world is really not going to help you out. So we're going to give you leadership training to help you grow yourself as you grow your income. And we start out with the regional leadership retreats. That's where individuals get to come, join together, celebrate one another, and just explore all the possibilities that you can while you're at this retreat. Then we have the selective retreats like the Diamond Retreat. Again, all of those individuals that are diamond or above get to go to a special retreat where they can just talk, again, fellowship, build themselves, build their businesses, and learn how to take their businesses to the next level. And for all of those individuals that are moving along, chugging along while building their business, it's going to be inevitable that you're going to earn $1 million in this company. Now, it may take 18 months, it may take 2 years, it may take 10 years, but the minute that you do it, you will be forever recognized as a Millionaire Club member in our business, and you will receive recognition at all of these events that I just talked about. So what else do we have for you? How do we get started in our business? Well, we have 3 ways right now that you can get started. And the first way is by coming in through our associate pack. This is a $199 value. And what it does is it activates one marketing center. Not going to get into the details of the marketing center. You can get with the person who invited you on this call. But basically, in that one marketing center, you have the ability to grow your team in excess of about 800,000 individuals. You will get 2 months of ASCIRA Smart Travel, and you will also get 2 months of the ASCIRA Academy, which doesn't even take effect until June 5th. Meaning if you got started today, you already have time where you can go in and start learning from the individuals who already have their information on the platform, and your 2 months doesn't actually start until June 5th. And then we go into our next pack, our Pro Pack. Now, this is only going to be offered until June 4th when we go live. The original value of this is $16.99, which it will go to on June 4th. And with this, you get to activate all 3 marketing centers. Again, being able to multiply the amount of individuals that you can grow and develop in your sales organization. With this, you get 4 months of the ASCIRA Academy and 4 months of ASCIRA Smart Travel. And this is something that I've never really seen in a network marketing or multi-level marketing company before, where they're automatically giving you 1 general convention ticket to their conventions. And you have the ability to upgrade to the Founders Pack or an additional pack, and you actually receive a commission off of the upgrade that you purchase for yourself. Now let's talk about that Founders Club Pack. For $400 or $4,999, which is only limited to 1,000 individuals. So keep in mind, we went into pre-launch on March 1st. So I can tell you there are definitely not 1,000 of these packs left. There's probably only a couple hundred, if that, but you have to see the vision of the founder. The first thing that you get is a founder's club pin because, again, we all want to be recognized. We all want to have that pat on the back. We also get to activate all 3 marketing centers, a highlight on our corporate Facebook page, again, because we are all looking for that recognition. Then, again, the company did something that I have not seen in my 18 years plus of being in the multi-level marketing field. Lifetime priority access for you and a guest to all of the company's events, to include invitations to their rank qualified training events. That means that regardless of where you are at in your business as you are building, you get to be in these events with some of the top individuals all over the world, rubbing elbows, bumping shoulders, and learning day in and day out how they got to the point where they got, so that you can in turn take that knowledge back and provide it to your team so that everyone grows and succeeds. You also get 18 months of the ASCIRA Academy and 12 months of ASCIRA Smart Travel. Again, this doesn't even start until June the 5th, meaning that you won't even have to pay a subscription to have access until the year 2022. So what else could we possibly offer, through everything that Dr. Obom has talked about and through the compensation plan that I've talked about? How about just coffee? Again, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. It's just simply coffee. And why did our founder, Mr. John Saturas, throw in coffee? Number one, there are certain areas where they need that physical product. They want something tangible that they can physically put their hands on. And what better than simply coffee? It is the second most consumed beverage in the world next to water. Again, I'm not a coffee drinker myself, but I know a lot of coffee drinkers. And how would you like to benefit or be compensated simply by sharing something and making something available that millions and millions, and as this company grows to 1 billion, individuals probably use on a regular basis. And you get all the health benefits like burning fat, improving energy. It contains all the essential nutrients that your body needs, improves physical performance, and boosts your metabolisms, and so many more things. But the greatest thing I like about this is it's not something John just threw in. John came from a background of coffee. He was in a corporation, a business, a multi-level marketing business where he was earning in excess of $400,000 a month simply by offering and marketing coffee. So he knows a lot about this business. So based off of everything that I've talked about, based off of everything that Dr. Obom has talked about, I'm sure that you can see that now is definitely the perfect time to be a part of the ASCIRA Global family. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, this product, this service is going to be needed. We're talking about our number one product being education, providing knowledge from the top individuals all over the world. So what do you have to do? What are your options? Your first option, simply become a retail customer. If like so many others know, that the way of the future is through virtual and digital education. Again, with everything going on in the world right now, especially COVID-19, that has been a great wake-up call for everybody in terms of education. Schools have shut down in the United States all over the country, all right? And some schools have already said they're not even opening up until 2022. So again, we're already ahead of the power curve and what the rest of the world will be playing catch up in. We already have the platform established, and you become a retail customer and you can enjoy those great benefits. Second, become a wholesale member, purchase our products in great savings, and again, have access to everything that we talked about. And number three, to capitalize on everything, become a marketing associate. there you have the opportunity not only to learn from the platform, but to be able to benefit and be compensated from simply showing individuals and helping them grow. You grow, they grow, everybody grows. And I've always been taught that if you simply help enough people in life get to where they want in life, you will always get everything that you want in life. It's all about helping the next person. So with that being said, that wraps up our compensation plan. Again, I want to thank, the beautiful Stephanie Bowen, the outstanding mentor of ours, Dr. Obom Bowen. And before I close out, I just want to turn it right back over to our hostess with the mostest. Dr. Obom said a little bit about her. I'm just going to recap what he said about her because I know some individuals hopped on here a little bit later, but we're talking about an individual who's a two-time international best-selling author, an award-winning speaker, Guinness Record World holder, and I love this one, international level barrel racer. And I always crack up when I say that because I'm just imagining her on a horse going around a barrel right now. Bodybuilder, fitness coach, coach of coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn it back over to the happiness coach herself, Miss Stephanie Bowen, so that she can tell us why she decided to partner with this amazing company. Over to you, Stephanie.
Thank you so much, Veney. Wow, it's honestly such an honor to be able to present with two such powerful individuals. I don't know if you guys could feel it, but honestly, just the wisdom and the amount of knowledge that these two gentlemen have combined is just beyond what I could possibly imagine. So thank you so much for such an amazing presentation. Every time that I watch it, I'm always thinking, wow, I'm resold on it. Then I think to myself, wait, I'm already part of this. So this is honestly amazing. And to be honest, when I first heard about ASCIRA, it was brought to me by Dr. Obom Bowen, our mentor here on this call. And at first, it was something that I saw as an opportunity, considering just like many of you on this call, I was a coach and, an author, and I wanted a platform to put my content on. So the way that Dr. Obom presented it, and I had never seen anything like this before, was that this is really a platform that was allowing me to reach markets that were beyond the ones that I had already tapped into. So this was a platform that is actually reaching markets like China, like the Emirates, and like Asia, that are actually three of the top most consuming countries of English speaking personal development content. So I found that really exciting because I thought, why not utilize a platform that's going to help me get my information out to the world? But then the more that I started to dig into ASCIRA, the more I started to realize that its mission was actually in complete alignment with mine. And I started to realize that its mission to go beyond 1 billion was actually to really go out and help the world and recreate a new world, just like Dr. Obom touched on, in terms of the fact that things are never going to go back to being the same. And I know, Veney, you said this yesterday, and I absolutely loved it in your presentation, but you said, unless you haven't realized that things won't go back to being the same, you've probably been living under a rock because the world is turning digital. And I'm sure you're all seeing it. You're all seeing business owners and people that are starting to scramble and have to put all of their services online. And everything is going to go digital. Up to 95% of sales are actually going to be coming from the online space. That's what they're projecting. And I want to ask you right now, are you right now currently benefiting from that 92% increase in online sales that Dr. Obom just talked about? Are you benefiting from that currently? The answer is probably no. I know I wasn't before ASCIRA. But at this moment right now, we have the opportunity in front of us, and you have the opportunity to join a company that's actually going to allow you to actually become a better human because of the amazing knowledge that's going to be put on the platform, along with give you the financial security to be able to keep you and your family safe, regardless of the craziness that's going on in the world, or if something else happens in the future. So I just want to end it on this note, envision yourself in 1 year from now. And in 1 year from now, look back on this moment and ask yourself, you know, did you utilize this time that you have right now to really become a better person, to really grasp hold of opportunities that come in front of you that would actually be able to provide that financial security for you and your family, not only now, but in the future with all the residual income you can create? Or would you have let an opportunity slip that could have potentially been completely life-changing? So I'm going to just leave it on that note, because I know you guys are just computing and there's been so much thrown at you tonight, which is amazing. And I really want to invite all of you back to a question and answer that we are doing live on Zoom tomorrow. So tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard